Hi, I'm Stacy Piggott, editor of the Cutting Horse Chatter, and I'm here with Curly Talmage, who at age 85 might be the oldest cutting horse trainer still actively training horses for the public.
But the very first cutting horse I ever trained, if you want to go back that far, was in 1956. I had rented a little place down there on the Silver Creek, and a man brought me a big Palomino gelding. The horse's name was Hub Star, big stout horse. And he come up there and rode the horse with me several times and so forth, and took him home. And the next year, he showed him in the Southeast Texas Association down there, and he was the champion novice horse of that year. And I thought, well, maybe I'm a trainer after all, you know. Made me feel good anyhow. When I trained Ray J and everybody else back along that time, the horses worked more looking straight at a cow and jumping over here and jumping over here. In other words, more sideways, like the dressage horse's side pass. But to this day, I teach all my horses to side pass, and open and close gates and so forth. Then somebody said, well, they didn't think that the horses ought to jump sideways. They ought to stand over here, parallel with the cow, and when the cow moves, whip all the way around over here. They called it sweeping. They wanted a horse with a lot of sweep in him. Well, yes and no. If a horse is looking at a cow and the cow jumps over here, this horse has to turn 90 degrees and go over here. And if he goes the other way, he has to turn 90 degrees. You can turn 90 degrees a lot quicker and easier than you can turn 180 degrees. But if the judge wants a horse with a lot of sweep, you better have a horse with a lot of sweep or you're not going to win. So today, I'm kind of in the middle. Still today. Yeah, it's nice if a horse come over here and stop and squat down and whip all the way around it and makes a big show. Yeah, it makes a good show. But when he's winning, you look at pictures of Doc Elena or any of the rest of them, when they're winning, they're in the middle of the arena and they're going here and here and here and here. They're not sweeping all the way around the arena. Everybody knows the money is on that cow's nose in the middle of the pen. And your horse better be looking at him. These Dock Bar horses have made a different kind of animal than what we had back in the 50s and early 60s. The influx of the thoroughbred blood in there, well, at the time we didn't like it, you know, we wanted these cow horses. But the influx of the thoroughbred horse has made us a little finer kind of animal today. They're a little finer boned, and they're a little smaller, but they're a little more athletic than a lot of the old heavier horses like we used to have. You know, we used to call them bulldog types. You know, and I've ridden a lot of them. But the thoroughbred bloods, you Dock Bar and 3 bars and so forth, yes, I say they made them a little more athletic. But the cow, the working cattle, has come from the Pocoanos and the Kings and the Ray Jays and so forth back then. It's a good cross. So